Good morning, guys. Welcome to another episode of XR Talk Show. Talk Show. That is right. We're gonna talk about things, about Emacs, about technology, about the future of humanity and stuff. And today we're gonna let's begin by. Okay, let's begin by. Of course, I need to update the topic. So let's just type it. Then let's white space mod. Okay, global white space mod. Turn those off. XR talk show and today's date and put it here. Good. Paste. There we are. And I'm waiting for people to come in. And let's see, section, add a new section, paste, and actually let me turn on XR start command log mod so you can see all my Emacs commands, and let me know if I got echoes. Okay, let's see. So this looks good. We got one guy watching. And so what we're gonna do today, let's see. XR Talk Show 31st. And so yesterday I did a talk show that is supposed to be all Chinese, all in Chinese, 中文，全部是中文. But then the Chinese people didn't come, but some English speakers came, so it switched to English. And we talked about kind of non-technical random stuff. We talked about Jack, the CEO of Twitter, and fairly evil guy, evil person. And so today, well, we're gonna start. Let me start by going to my Golang tutorial. Golang is my favorite language. It's simple, it's fast, and it's widely used in industry. It is, so I recommend it. If you want to learn Golang, go to my tutorial, XR Golang. Okay, and actually I'm going to do when two almost consecutive. Okay, I'm going to do. I have some notes about some things I want to edit in my Golang. Oh, actually, it's all done. Okay, so actually, let's add a Unicode page. I look so majorly stupid. You get old. There's nothing you can do. The thing about old, being old is that, I mean, it just creeps in. You wouldn't know until you are 40. So you lose your hair, and for me, I had like long hair, like almost in my 20s, 30s, up to 40s. I have like hair that's long to my waist. I don't know if I should show you a photo. Actually, let's show it. XR hair. Let's see what turns up. Nah. Okay, say something here. Okay, say something. Let's go to Unicode. Okay, Golang. Yeah, I don't have anything to edit. Let's go to Unicode then. So here's my Unicode website, and I added these recently. I added these fancy languages such as Korean and Arabic. But I'm going to add. So what? So let's go to my keyboard blog. I mean my programming blog. So here is a list of choices of languages I should add: Thai, Lao, Latin. Now Latin is the base language for for English, Spanish, French, most Western languages. And we have this Gurmunki, Ethiopic, Ethiopic. Actually, Thai and Lao and Ethiopic looks kind of exotic. Usually, exotic ones looks good. Yeah, because they are exotic. That's because we are not familiar with them. That's why they are exotic. Look at this one. This is um Amharic language. I'm not sure I pronounce it correctly, but hey, Saga, ni hao. Where are you from? So we got a Chinese person, cool. 你好，你哪里来的？大陆还是香港还是台湾？So we got uh this language. Should we add this one then? Let's add this one, shall we? Yeah, so this one, I've been watching your videos these days. Cool nickname. Shenzhen. Very good. Excellent. Shenzhen is, Shenzhen. So let's have some fun. Let's go look up. So are you a Emacs user? Google Map. By the way, do you hear echoes? 有没有听到回音？如果有回音的话，跟我说一下。So let's look up Shenzhen. Shenzhen is one of the big city in China. Okay. Hey Danielle Langlois. Hey, yeah, are we having fun? So here is where I live. Let me show you. Okay. Now, because people in China or in elsewhere don't know USA much, because like I wouldn't know some cities in Russia or big cities, in Middle East, for example. So anyway, so here is USA. As you can see, the big cities are New York over here, like New York, the New York on the East Coast. So this part is called East Coast, 东岸, and this part is the West Coast. The West Coast, the big cities are San Francisco is here. That's where I live. In this area, and Los Angeles, that's the Hollywood, all the movies, 电影都在这里。这里是三藩市。So in San Francisco, Google is here. Google, Facebook, PayPal, eBay, they are all here. You see this area? This area is called Silicon Valley. I mean, for those of you, outside of USA, so you may not know. So this area is the Silicon Valley. All the web companies, all the big ones, Facebook is over here, Apple is over here. Actually, you can see. Let me drop in and show you. And Google is here. Google, PayPal, Netscape. Netscape. It's right. It's all like nearby. I walk 30 minutes. So let me show you the Googleplex. You've probably seen. Here is a Google's headquarters. So I live here. Okay, I live here. So Google headquarters is just if I walk there, it's gonna be 40 minutes, 30 minutes to 40 minutes. Now let's drop in. Sound quality is fine. Great. Thank you. So this is the Google empire, the most evil empire in the history of the world. that is actually true. Well, it's more or less true. The most powerful and Google empire. So anyway, so let's go back. And Apple is also here. Apple, all the big companies, Apple, eBay, PayPal, Uber. Uber is in San Francisco. Uber is over here. So anyway, let's fly to Shenzhen. Shenzhen. I have never been to China, so I've been to Tokyo. I visit Tokyo as a professor, back in 2004, to give a they gave me a like a professor tag. Anyways, I was there to demo some math stuff, math visualization. So Shenzhen is over here. Uh, Shenzhen, yeah, it's huge metropolis. It's like the electronic city of China, or rather the world. It's like so. Unfortunately, Google, they don't have China don't allow street views. I think, maybe they improved. So this is Shenzhen. Look at China. I'm just amazed by all the China development. Oh, they have Google Street Views now. Because back then, a few years ago, as I know, they don't allow it. Because, China has its own, Street Views. So anyway, Shenzhen. Okay, so that's good. So shall we go back to Unicode then? Or should we talk about, usually when we talk about non-technical stuff, that's more fun. Because technical stuff, it's like, so let's see how many people are watching. 5 people, yay. People, say hi, man, say something. So let's go back to this language, okay? Amharic language. Actually, I don't know what Amharic is. Let's look. Amharic. Okay, this is how you pronounce it. This is IPA, so it's Amharic. Amharic. Amharic is one of the Ethiopian Semitic languages, which are a subgrouping within the Semitic branch of the Afro-Asiatic languages. Oh, Ethiopian. It is spoken as the first language by the Amharas, as a lingua franca by other population, and so on. Okay, where is it then? Do they have a map? Uh, so where is this language spoken at? Hey Norman, good to see you. Good evening. So I'm thinking of doing a Unicode. I'm going to add a Unicode page, like so this is the writing system for Amharic language. It's interesting because it looks exotic, and it has these punctuation symbols. It's quite interesting. You see these punctuation marks. Now, normally, almost in every language, the punctuation, well, not almost, but in most popular languages that are used, the punctuation is basically all like the English ones. Let's do Xali Unicode. Okay, let's just do this page then. This Amharic language. So you go to Unicode, Xali Unicode, and search for. You have to turn on JavaScript. Turn on JavaScript. AMHA. Oops. AMH. So there is no Unicode that contains the name AMH. So usually it's Ethiopian. Let's try Ethiopian. ETH. Okay, so it's using the Ethiopian script. So in linguistics, in writing systems, you have like so-called script. Then a given script like this one, Ethiopian script, you see their names, Ethiopic syllable, given a script which is like a writing, a system of writing symbols, given a script, then from that you typically derive alphabets, like you have one alphabet for one thing, another alphabet. For example, the Cyrillic script. So you see, these are Cyrillic script. They are actually, I read Wikipedia, they are actually invented. They are invented, derived from Latin alphabet for some empire, Russian ethnicity related. Some back then, few hundred years ago, or maybe 500 years ago. So they created this. This is called script, Cyrillic script. It's used in these countries, the Russia and East Europe, and part of Mongolia, and in that region. Then, so given the script, then you have many alphabets, based on that script. You have Russian, Belarusian, Ukrainian, Bulgarian, and so on, and there are more actually. So okay, so what we're gonna do? So we're gonna add this Amharic. So Amharic is from Ethiopic. Yeah, let's search again. ETH. Yeah, so all these characters. Let's see. Okay, let's just do that. So I'm going to go to my Unicode page. So am I doing good? Guys, say something, okay? Type when you are quiet. I'm not uncertain. Okay, so let's create a Unicode. So this is my Unicode page, and on the left panel you can see all my Emacs command I call. So I'm going to go to actually CYR, CYRI, okay, open that, copy the path, close, go to my programming blog, add a new section, paste it here, make it into a link, copy it, paste it again. Then we're gonna say Ethiopic. Now the file name, should it be Ethiopic or Ethiopian? Well, it should be Ethiopic. Yeah, so when I'm creating these pages, I have to like do a lot of so-called research, read about them, so I can, when you write book, when you are author of a book, you have, you will encounter a lot issues, about writing book, about the title, about paging issues, about what, choices and formatting decisions, lots of these. Same thing with when you create a website. For example, right now I'm creating a new page for the Amharic alphabet. So first of all, I learned it's part of Ethiopian script. So I mean, the first question is like, what should I name the file? What should the file name be? Should it be Ethiopic or Ethiopian, or should it be Ethiopian alphabet? They are those are decisions. I write website for like 20 years now, so by now I know the issues. I usually know what I want to, how I should name the file. The naming of a file may not be important, but actually it has some significance, because web search engines depend on it, and when you pass a URL to people, people also look at the URL. So actually there's some important. Also, one thing I learned, I can tell you guys, is that, okay, scratch that, because it's there's no actually hard decision like exactly which name is the better. But anyway, let's just name. Let's look at Ethiopian a little bit. So Ethiopian Semitic languages. So what is so Ethiopian Semitic Ethiopian Semitic is a group of languages spoken in Ethiopia and Eritrea. So where is Ethiopia? With a small population of Tigray speakers in Sudan. Oh, okay, so it's in Middle East then. Oh my God, Middle East. that's that's a sensitive topic, in America. Oh, okay, it's over there. So, good evening. Nick says, how to take note of code blocks side by side. How to take note of code blocks side by side, like CSS and HTML code embedded in the 2x2 table format, 2x2 table format. I tried to find lighter markup language, but I found pure HTML format is the most powerful. Okay. Uh, do you like? Are you asking me a question or is that just an opinion? Uh, I'm not sure what you mean by take note of code block side by side. Yeah, you know, if you clarify, maybe I answer that. So anyway, let's go back to let's just create. So we know what is Ethiopia. Ethiopia. So okay, so the question now is there what's the difference between Ethiopian languages versus Ethiopian Semitic languages? Is that just so? So does Ethiopian generally just refer to Ethiopian Semitic, or is there like another branch of Ethiopian? But for now, let's just name it Ethiopic. So I'm going to call a command xa html copy. Oops, xa html copy. Okay, xa copy html there. Okay, I created it. Copy the file, open it, name the title correctly, and update the date. Delete that and delete. And I want to select that. Show in browser, empty page, Unicode Ethiopic, that's what we want. Okay, now open the file, make a backup, then I'm going to copy all these characters. Let's do that. Copy, paste it here. Oh, it takes a while. Emacs is trying to find the font. Okay, so it's done. And select it, save, narrow to region, and call space to new line, xa space to new line. Okay, and what are these? These are okay. They don't have a font. Syriac letter Beth. Wait, how are they? Why are they Syriac? Okay, so that's actually I need to type the whole thing. So ETHI. Yeah, I should copy this instead. So let's copy that. Copy. Select all, paste. Now xa space to new line. Now I'm going to record the macro. Start macro, move to the right, wrap the mark tag, then stop macro, and I'm gonna apply it to all these. Apply macro to region lines. Okay, now widen, Now add a div tag. Okay, now show in browser. Great, it's done. So now let's go to eShell and just upload to my website. Danielle says Org comes with a fast and intuitive table editor. Yeah. Not Ghibli. Not Ghibli says Ethiopian is probably Amharic, a Semitic language, since Wikipedia says that's the language of government and lingua franca. So Ethiopian, so I mean Ethiopian, is that a family of languages or is it just refer to Amharic? Because sometimes Ethiopian refers to like uh, oh, maybe I think I know what you mean. So it actually just refer to Amharic, I guess. Practically speaking, yeah, because you see we are seeing all these Ethiopic syllables. Okay, so I have uploaded to my website, and you can see now there's one more thing I need to do. I needed to add it to the panel on the bottom. So let's copy the file path. Let's copy the file path, and you can see my panel is over here. You see, so this, for example, the first one is emoji. The second one is hand, like you can see here, hand. If I show in browser, showing browser, you see emoji hand. So I'm going to add it to where should I add it? Okay, maybe after Arabic. Yeah, after Arabic. So let's do that. So first of all, paste it here, make it a link, then search for ARAB. Okay, Arabic is right here, but first of all, let's copy this block and call XAR find replace text. Paste it here. Okay, because we are going to replace the whole block for all files in the directory. So now I just copy this line, remove that, go to Arabic, and paste it here. So this is the new entry in this, over here. So it's over here, and I need to choose one of the characters to put beside it, like these. So it represents, it kind of give a visual clue to people, what the visual clue. So let's pick a letter here. Now I need someone to know who knows Ethiopia. On one hand, I want to pick a letter that's like the more exotic, the better. Because that's the fun part. That's how people identify. Most people don't know, they are not linguistics. So when you see a Chinese, you have no idea. They are, what it is. Usually you pick, for example, I don't know Arabic, but when I see this, symbol, I kind of know, it's Arabic because sometimes I see it, in photos, right? Same thing with all the other strange characters. For example, hieroglyph. It's I pick the I for hieroglyph because that's kind of, that's what people recognize. And linear B, you have the deer head. So I need one for Ethiopia. So I need to pick one, but also the character must make sense for those people who understand, Amharic or Ethiopian language. Because for example, if you are doing Chinese and pick the you picked a character you thought is cool, but the characters means bad things, you want to avoid that. So in the same similar way, I need to pick a character. Meanwhile, it makes, it's not something stupid, for people who understand the language. So which one should I pick? Maybe this one. It's simple and it's kind of fun. Let's do that for now. So okay, let's go back here. Let's put it here and let's mark it. Add the mark tag so it appears bigger. Then okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to copy these two lines, copy, and call find replace text. So I want to replace these two lines by these three lines, including Ethiopic. Okay, so I paste it here. Do it in this directory. Yes. HTML files. Yes. Right to change. Yes. Fixed case in search. Yes. Replace fixed case in replacement. Yes. Make backup. Yes. Okay, it's all done. Each one of these is a file, and the yellow part is the position. It's changed. So it's all done. Now look in browser. Okay, so except this one, we repeat it. Look at browser. You can see here, you see we added there. Now all we have to do is go back to my programming blog, then add it to RSS. So it's now in RSS. Good. Close it, save, and go to sync to my web server. Okay, that's about it. Emacs, that's Emacs. That's kind of boring because I do it every day. For the past 20 years, I'm doing like kind of like this every day. And for people, a lot of people following me for my Emacs stuff, it's good to show because you rarely see other people working in Emacs. So now in this page, if I refresh it, now this is my website. If I refresh it, you can see there's a Ethiopic here. That's great. So now it's done. You see, you can so I get people are interested in Unicode. Then okay, so and usually I have to now I have to spend like a few hours reading about Ethiopia, reading about uh, you know Ethiopian Semitic languages. I read them because I'm interested in these kind of things. Then after I learn something, then maybe I add some information to my Unicode page. So I tell people, okay, Ethiopic is a language that's used by where explain putting something interesting for the general public. Okay, that is it for this Emacs demo of my Unicode, my daily routine. So let's see. Oh yeah, wait. You see this? Let's go back to this page. This is my Wordy English blog. You see, I forgot to add. You mentioned about this section mark. This very interesting punctuations. I think they are used in Ethiopian languages. Let's see. Section mark. Ethiopic section mark. Wait, I should have it. It's not here though. That's strange. ETHI. Why is it not there? Ethiopic, Ethiopic. Wait, that's strange. So let's search for section mark. Section, it's here. It's here. But however, it does not seem to be in my Unicode page. Let's go back to my Unicode page. Ethiopic. Emacs is taking a while to load the font. Because you know why it's slow? Because Emacs need to search which font contains the Ethiopic alphabet. That is why. So let's search for that. Yeah, so this is very strange because this character you see here, the Unicode code point is 4960, or in hexadecimal 1360, and the name is Ethiopic section mark. However, if I search for Unicode name Ethiopic, apparently this mark does not appear in my JavaScript search app. ETHIOPICSE. Okay, I think I know what's going on. I think I may know what's going on because yeah, because I put a limit on how many characters it shows, within one search. Okay, I think that's something I'll fix later. So Ogmod. So Danielle says, Nick says, I try to insert code block in a table in Ogmod, but I do not know how. Maybe it is not appropriate to ask the question, since you are taking notes in HTML rather than Ogmod. No, I mean, it's good to. I don't mind, and you can, type any questions you have. I'll answer them. But the thing is, I don't really use Ogmod, so I don't know the answer. Yeah, because I just write in raw HTML, and to me it's more efficient, more flexible, more powerful, and for me it's faster to do it that way. So I don't use Ogmod really. You know, so Danielle says Ogmod template system comes with this predefined easy template. Okay. How to insert code in a table? Yeah, I don't know how. I don't know the answer. Yeah, because I don't really use Ogmod, so yeah, I don't know. Okay, so that's the Unicode question. I mean, that's the Unicode page. Okay, what else should we talk about? Are we talking about Emacs, or should we do a demo of Golang, or do a demo of JavaScript, or let's see what's my Xa Talk Show topics. Xa Talk Show. So what? How you guys doing? So Danielle, so what you been up to? Nick. So right now it's, let's see, what time is it in China? 11 o'clock in China, Shenzhen. So that's one topic, Unicode. So let's do something else other than Emacs, because change your topic. Oh, this one, this keyboard is great. Now, this is a keyboard programmable keypad. So you can buy this keypad for $60, and each key you can program it. You can make it do copy paste, cut, switch window, previous tab, next tab, like what I can do like right now. Next tab, previous tab, next tab, next tab, close it, or reopen the last closed. Like normally when you want to close a tab, you have to use your mouse to aim for it, like aim for the little cross sign. That's no good. You want to, for efficiency reasons, you want to avoid any action that makes you like have to look and check or aim, using mouse to aim things. You don't want that. So if I want to close this tab, I just you want things based on muscle memory. I can close my eyes and press one key, and that tab is gone. I can close my eyes and move to previous tab, next tab, or without, it's all muscle memory. In the same way, I'm using soft like keys in Emacs. In Emacs, it's all muscle memory. Like, I don't have to like look and stuff. It's, all just by muscle memory. So back to that topic. So I was saying, so you got this programmable keypad. So you can program the keys, it's all one key press. Like I can show you, here is my desktop. Right now I'm using, that's my mouse, that's my hold on a second, let's see. Yeah, that's, so my keyboard. So this is a numeric keypad, but I use it for programmable pad. So I can press the key and I'll do things. For example, I'm back to browser, previous tab, next tab, close the tab, reopen the tab, new tab, previous tab, so I programmed it. So but it's best if you get a programmable keypad. So one of the good choice is this one. But let me, so you go to, let me go to Ksali keyboard. So let's talk about keyboards a little bit maybe. So Nick says 9:44 a.m. Oh, a.m. right. So how do you insert code? So Ksali keyboard blog, and here you can see a section, PC keyboards. Keypads. Okay, there's a section on keypads. Now these are all programmable keypads I recommend. So you can buy any one of them. Go to my website and buy it. Okay, and I get a few bucks if you buy it. And these ones I listed here is actually the ones I can recommend. If I don't recommend, you'll see I have a comment, like for example this one, I think it's out of it's not made anymore. I'm not sure. I think they yeah. So you go back. So I have reviews on all these. These are reasonably good. But if for example, Razer, this one is very bad. Okay, never buy this one. If you read it, you'll see my opinions. But I can tell you, I can tell you some of them are good. This one, they got actually LCD displays. This one and this one. so they have LCD displays. That kind of, that's good. If you have money, you can buy that. But if you just want practical key macros, programmable keypads, this one is very good. You can buy it, and it's got lots of keys. And this one is good. This one is not bad, but kind of expensive. But anyway, so that is my website. So Norman says, here is a curious looking Ergo keyboard for you. Data hand. Oh yeah, that's old news. I've seen all of them. So Data hand, I actually have a review of it. Let's go to miscellaneous. Oh, actually, I do not have a review of Data Hand. But Data Hand is one of the funky ones where you put your hand in these kind of holes. Each finger goes into a hole. Then then your finger, you can push up or down or left and right. It's kind of, I don't think it's very good. And also they've been out of, they have not been, they've been defunct, and it was very expensive. I think it sells for $400 or $500 back then. But today, it's no longer made. It's like it, they've been defunct for more than 10 years. Yeah, but as far so I study all aspect of keyboards and input systems. So I've studied all kind of, for example, ergonomic keyboards. Those are efficient. But I also have looked into alternative type systems. For example, voice input. Voice input is very good. Okay, especially for common speech, like what I'm talking like right now. Let's try it. Let's show. Uh, let's see. View, format, edit, speech. Okay, I guess you have to turn it on. Uh, so anyway, let me do that. But let me talk about this. So I studied all the input systems, and there's a stenotype, and there's also piano key based systems. And so far, okay, my conclusion is that if you need, if we are talking about, if the context is physical input systems, physical using your fingers, okay, the piano based keyboard input systems is the most efficient. That is my current conclusion. So you want the piano based input system. Now, stenotype is also good. But anyway, so I mean, if you compare piano to the steno, I think piano is still better. But anyway, so actually they do have piano based input system like right now. I mean, so okay, there's also bad keyboard like that, the so-called coded keyboard. Then there is that data hand. I think data hand is the worst. Then there's this one is more like for disabled person. People who don't have, like, you don't have fingers, or you have problem with your fingers. So for a healthy person, I think if you really focus, okay, for healthy person, and for of all input devices that involves physical activity like using your hand, the best one, the most efficient one, the fastest one is a piano based system. For example, this one. That is my current conclusion. Okay, so you could, if you really want, buy one of these keyboard. For example, this one, Piano Text. So there are researchers. She created a system that lets you you know, type anything, programming code, or a paragraph, using the piano. And she's got a demo. She has someone doing a demo here. So So in my opinion, yeah, the piano bass is the most efficient. So you can actually use it. You just buy a keyboard like today. You just go buy a keyboard and you can actually install it and start to actually learn it. But the thing, and you'll be far more efficient than any other way, Ergodox or whatever. But the thing about this is that it's unusual. Yeah, you can use it, but you're gonna be the only one using it. Also, you cannot bring it to work. If you go to work, it's kind of inappropriate to have a piano keyboard on your desk. You can, but people are gonna ask you questions and bug you, and there's gonna be a lot of eyebrow raising. you know um, so that's the issue, that's a problem. I mean, that's a practical kind of problem. And everywhere you go, you have to like carry your keyboard or things like that. uh, yeah, but if you really are concerned only about pure efficiency and speed and ergonomics, piano is the way to go. And also, of course, you have to learn it. I mean, you have to spend a lot of time, like 2 hours every day for the next half a year to dedicate yourself, study this and practice this. But you will be far more efficient than I think than even Steno, because you'll be typing like 300 words per minute. uh, because one of the reasons is because piano keyboard, once you have a key chord, there are like huge amount of combinations. But why not, for example, why not this one, bad keyboard? This is also chord based. You press several keys at the same time to enter a letter. Why not this one? This one is no good because, first of all, if you look at just the physical build, it's based on keyboard keys. Meanwhile, if you compare to piano, now the piano are huge keys. They are designed so that you can easily press multiple keys at the same time, and you can move to a different place, and it'll be another whole entire different combination. So that's the reason. That's the main reason the piano keyboard is much more efficient. Okay, so anything else? What else we should talk about? I mean, I'm kind of so like if you guys don't type anything, then I'm like out of topic. Okay, Norman says, I remember the space orb from years ago. It is on your website. Never used one. Oh yeah, I never used one neither, because you know I'm just doing my research and found all these weird things, and I study how they work, how they operate, like what sort of input. So this one is related to mouse, and actually this orb thing has a long history. I mean, like 30 years back. They are the father of these. Eventually, they become the Space Navigator, which is fairly popular today. You can still buy it. I think it's 100 something, $100. There's a video review. Okay, so yeah, so this is the father. This is from year 2000. Uh, from 3D Connections. I think they originated from NASA actually, or NASA was like the space navigation. They actually using space ships. But essentially, but my opinion on this device, the Space Orb or this one, is not very high, because what this thing does, this and this are basically the same thing. They are just in different shape. So this one, the Space Orb, it's a ball, but it's just you change the shape and it becomes this. So what they are, it is actually just like a joystick, a joystick, but you can also twist it and you can also pull it or push it down. So it's just that's all. It's just like a more advanced, joystick, and it's not really good in theory, because for example, a joystick. they do not allow you to have real-time variable acceleration. For example, if you are using a mouse or if you are using a trackball, you can go in any direction and change speed. Like when you drive a car, you can change your speed instantaneously. Like you can press, the gas pedal, more or less, so you can, so the speed changes, smoothly and continuously. You can gradually go faster, you can gradually slow down, or you can slow down a bit and suddenly go very fast. Like the way I move the mouse, in any direction quickly or slowly, and continuous changing speed. That's a keyword. But joystick, you cannot do that. A joystick is a constant, very um, they cannot change speed. Basically, essentially, they cannot change speed. In gaming devices, they can, but actually they cannot. What they are doing is actually software based uh, speed changing, meaning that if you push in one direction more, then it's faster. Yeah, it's kind of like that. So why don't I design my own keyboard and do the business? That's easier said than done. 这个讲的容易，做起来很难。So I'm not a business person. In order I can design it. Sure, I can Also, I'm not a physical. I'm not much of an electronic engineer. I can design things, but I'm not. I don't know actually electronics much. But anyway, suppose I want to, I can study electronics and create 3D models and make a prototype, buy 3D printers and make a prototype. That's one thing, I'm nerd. I can possibly do. But after that, that's not the main thing. The main thing is actually go to manufacture it. You need people to market it. You need to find you need people who can talk to manufacturers. You need a business plan. You need money. Maybe venture capitalist or whatever. Or kickstart. It's not easy. You have to talk to people. You have to have the ability to negotiate, and have dates. That's that's not my thing. Hey, Nicholas. Good morning, Nicholas, or good evening. Actually, I think we kind of talked along and 1 hour. So what else? Maybe we call it a day. Uh, so I wanted to do a Chinese video. Yeah, so maybe that's it for today. Unless you guys have questions, okay? Just type it, or else I mean, I'm kind of uh, out of topic today. So I'm gonna talk in Chinese a bit. So 想做一个中文的电台，但是我想去那个哔哩哔哩噼里哗啦那个站弄一个电台，这样的话大陆的人可以看。呃，但是要弄电台的话，他要手机号码，我现在没有手机，所以要先弄一个手机，不知道什么时候，不知道什么时候。Um, so I think that's it then. So I'll see you guys. I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for coming.